Alright folks, welcome back to Junk Heap Garage. We're back on the, well, I guess you could almost call it budget build. It's not even budget. I hadn't even bought any new parts or nothing. I'm sure y'all heard the whole rigmarole about the machine shop closing down with, I had another block and a head and a crank to get all done. And I'm not the only one lost some parts. They closed the shop up, ain't nobody get a hold of them, so. And I'm wanting to go ride next week, so here we are. Last video, put a used crank and used bearings in, put them in the block, everything's good. I reused the crank bolts, because I'm not sure if they're torqued to yield or not. They're a steel bolt, they're not that old soft pot metal gray looking thing. They all pop torqued, so I didn't torque them. I dropped them about 5 pounds or so, what the book called, so it is what it is. Now we're going to put the oil pump on. And it's clean as it's going to get. Well, like I said, I just wanted to make it about a month. And then in the deer season, you know, first year or so, I'll go junkyard, pull another block and stuff, and have it all cleaned up and everything, and go to a different machine shop and have them do everything. So here we go. Put my oil pump on. Get all the gasket back up here. Yeah, I've done some cheap stuff before. I can't really believe I'm doing this, but I already got several $100s spent. Well, might as well say 1,000, and I don't have nothing to show for it. Well, I'm gonna go with some old junk. I've done worse. Alright, there the oil pump's on there. Get it lined up on the dial pins. There we go. Now, tighten her up a little bit. I can't believe the book actually calls for torquing little stuff like this, and you know, like inch pounds, but you bump it a little bit, one of these cheap drivers, and that's plenty tight. Alright. Now, let me see, I think there was a shim that was supposed to go back there. We'll get to that in a minute. Now pull the pin, roll it over. Now we can get to the oil pan. There is certain places in the book, and a lot of people I've seen on forums don't even use an oil pan gasket, like black RTV, to the oil pan. Glue to the oil pan. I've seen some that say just straight black RTV to the pan to the block and be done with it. Then other places, there's RTV, the gasket to the pan, and be done with it. But I'll go with what I got. Now, see, you can see this gasket has been glued to the pan. I'm not going to peel it off, the gasket never tore. But I am going to put a thin film of RTV. I don't have RTV or black. What I do have, exhaust maker. There's going to be a little thin film, a little bit right here where the oil pump meets the block. And then I'm just going to a little bit down through here. And then little bit more. Good. Now, let's see. Yeah, I'll do that later. We will. There. Absolutely hideous. But like I said, we're going to go with what we got. One of these days I'll get a GoPro and figure out how to edit so I can zoom through all this. And won't everybody have to sit here and watch this stuff just one by one. More boats. Well, already messing up. I forgot something. Somebody watch me set that oil pan on there, they'll know what I forgot. Probably a prime reason why you shouldn't be working on stuff like this when you're not in a good mood. The old oil pump. Still troubles me. Wants a hex head boat right there and an Allen head right here. Now we go back to the oil pan. There. Here we go again. One of these hold a crank trigger. I'm not sure which one it is. But we're gonna tighten them all up. Now, we got them. That's good. Now, got the little bolt right here. I could get out of the way. Right there. Right there. Tighten them up. There's a crank trigger, I think, is supposed to go right there. Now roll this back over and show you the next piece of butchery it's fixing to take place. Now I gotta clean the surface of the block up. Carburetor clear. Now, a little bit more. A little air. There, good as not new. Now, remember me telling you this head was recently redone. As you can still see, it's still got the blue marks and everything on it. We're going to reuse this. I guarantee you somebody right now is shaking their head. All right. Looks good there. I'm gonna wipe the head off, put this gasket back on there, then we're going with it. Now, there we are. One head on it. Now, figure out one of my head bolts, and then let me get right back to you. Hold on just a minute. Now I had to go out here and get some used head bolts. Now, I'm gonna grab a socket. Let's plug around here someplace. Yeah, it's a, look at that. Got it again. All right, what we're gonna do, find the little adapter. Now we're gonna call, I think it was 30 or 40. We're gonna go 30. Yeah. All right, there's that one. Yeah. All right, head's back on, torque down. So now, that's it till the cam install. Alright, folks. Feel free to drop your comments, share with people, have a laugh. Go get something for your headache, because I'm sure I'll give you one. Alright, thanks again for watching. See you next time.